Hello and welcome to Her Story, His Glory. I am your hostess, Gloria Toti, and we are so thankful that you are joining us for today's podcast, where we're going to continue our series on Made for More, and we're going to get an emphasis today because of the guest in the house of God is not done with us. And we're so excited to announce who it's going to be. So you get comfy in your chair, grab a coffee, do whatever you need to do to join this conversation where we go into the story. So I want to welcome to the set today, Pastor Linda White from Church on the Rock, which is really, my friends, my friend, because we are friends. We've done life together for 22 years at least, with a lunch once a month, haven't we, my friends? There are 5 senior pastors' wives in the city, and we are friends. We've done more than just, hi, how are you? Well, thank you. And we've done life together, and we got to know beyond just the facade of who we are from afar. We chose to come up close and really do life together, and I love it. And so I welcome you today, my friend.
Thank you, Gloria.
Thank you for coming, because my friends, I want to tell my friends out there that my friends, I love how we have our text group. And what do we say at the end of our text group? Love you, my friends. Love you. And emoji hearts. It's a true, sincere love of God that we have for each other. We understand each other. We get each other, right?
It's a gift.
It's really a true gift that 5 senior pastors' wives in our city can truly do life together. It's just remarkable. We've had a lot of lunches bought for us, haven't we?
We have.
As a result of people seeing us. I know. So many may not know who you are, my friend.
Okay.
So can you introduce yourself?
Yes.
Tell us who you are.
Well, I'm Linda White. I'm married to Jackie White, who has pastored Church on the Rock for 40 years. And this is our 50th year, actually, in ministry. We started forever ago. But he also stepped down as lead pastor 4 years ago. And so we're in a new transition, new time of life. I have 3 daughters, Paige, Leslie, and Kelsey. Some of you may know them. And then I have 9 grandchildren. So life is full, but life is good.
So awesome. And of course, I just love your daughters as well.
Yeah.
And of course, I have the opportunity to know one just a little bit closer. Yeah. And I know that you have 3 very talented daughters. Is incredible. Yes, you've done an amazing job in raising your children, my friend.
Thank you.
Amazing. Okay, so today's topic is God is not done with us, because you are in transition. You've done ministry for quite some time, as you just stated. And so then you come to this journey in our race, in your race, and you say, okay, God, what's next, right?
Yeah.
Because do we ever really retire?
We don't.
We
don't. I don't think God wants us to retire.
You've got that right.
Because, we're here for the long haul.
We're here for the long haul.
And I'm at a stage right now that I'm trying to figure out what all this next phase means.
Awesome.
And I don't have a lot of answers, really.
Yes.
But I'm excited about it. I don't know what all's ahead, but I do know God's never finished with us.
I love that.
So,
you're absolutely right. How in the world do you just go to a rocking chair, or you just go join a pickleball club? I mean, you can do all of that, but that's not it. That's not what you rise every day to be a part of, right?
Yeah.
Just thinking, okay, I remember what yesterday used to be about. No. We have breath in our lungs. The love of Christ we are conduits for that love of Christ to flow through us. Okay. So when you hear the term, Miss Linda, Pastor Linda, of course, in our circle of lunch, I know I call you Miss Linda, but Pastor Linda for respect, because you're a woman of strength. You're a woman of dignity. You're a woman that I admire, literally. Literally, I do. You're so quiet, but you're so strong. And and when I say quiet, you're not one that's at the forefront of being boisterous, but you are on the backside, and you are solid, and you are always, always bringing godly wisdom. And your prayers are on point, because you know God. Yeah. You know who He is, and He knows who you are. Mm-hmm. So my question, as our theme centers around, God's not done with us. So what comes to mind when you hear those words?
Well, I think a lot of us think when we finish a career or we retire or we move on that we're done.
Yes.
But I know we're not.
No.
Jackie and I were having this conversation last night. People that know me know that we have moved a lot. I like to move to new houses and fix them
good
up.
at decorating, right? Yes, you're natural for it.
And I told him a couple of days ago, I said, I'm kind of getting the bug to move. And he goes,
Oh, no.
Oh, no. And so last night we're out driving around, and he said, so, do you have a place in mind? And I told him, I said, you know what? I was thinking about it today, and I realized it's not a new place I need. I feel unsettled within myself, but sometimes unsettled is good.
Yes.
I've realized.
Oh, that's really good.
And so I'm thinking a change of location of a house is going to fix that, but it's not.
No.
It's God is stirring something in me, and I'm just trying to figure out what that is. But I know there is more. It may not be another, quote, job.
Yes.
But there's always more ministry.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
It can be in our neighborhood. It can be in our families. It can be just
so good
volunteering. It can be whatever.
Yes.
So
I love that. Can you imagine coming to the end of our lives and God says, okay, accumulate all this wealth and then just put it in a box and seal it because that was your story. No, we're supposed to give it because as we journey through life and we're on the older end, probably closer to see Jesus, right, than an 18-year-old, my assistant.
I definitely am.
Yes. But we have what they need.
Yeah.
I have such a passion, Pastor Linda, to engage the younger generation just because I see what they're going through. And I know I had a hard time during that stage of life. And there weren't a lot of there wasn't a lot of mentorship. There wasn't a lot of advocacy for that younger generation. And I have a passion for it because and we have something that they need. They have something we need to keep us young.
Yes.
Because if we didn't have hope to rise every day and do something purposeful, because I want to transition to the word purpose, what would become of us?
Yeah.
We would just probably fizzle and
that's why a lot of times people get depressed in their older age and just kind of despondent.
Yes.
Because we don't have purpose.
Because we don't have purpose. If we do not have purpose, there's a life without purpose is just a wandering generality.
Yeah.
So purposeful work, obviously. How do you go from doing 40 years of ministry to not having that purpose now as a retired minister? And I'm so that those words are that's music to God's ears.
Yeah.
Retired minister. That's amazing. And we're all ambassadors of the kingdom. But ministers, someone that chose to say, yes, I'll take this call on because you're going to enter into a fight of fights, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And does the fight ever end?
It's not easy. No.
Yes. So you just said it's not easy. Tell us more.
Well, I think being in ministry full-time is not easy. As you know, you're right in the midst of it. But I don't think any stage is real easy just because we have an enemy and he does not want us finding our next purpose or engaging in the one we're in now.
No.
So if he can get us distracted, depressed, kind of despondent, going, I guess my life's over, then he's won.
Yes.
But, one of my greatest joys right now, and you said a while ago, and you are such a good mentor, Gloria. I watch you with these younger girls. I've seen one I clicked on this morning. You had an 18-year-old girl on here. And I just love that. But I have 5 of my grandchildren are teenage girls.
So beautiful.
And I just feel like that is one of my main things right now is. And I love spending time one-on-one with them.
I love it.
And just hearing what they're thinking and what they're learning about the Lord. And, they're our next generation.
They're our next generation of leaders.
I mean, they're our generation
World
now.
changers.
They're doing stuff now. But
yes. Oh, but they'll be, the baton gets passed to them.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, yes. And I love it how this past lunch, you just knew at this point, I'm gonna pause because I believe God wants me to pause because I have a greater ministry than at that luncheon.
Yeah.
And it was
It was a need with one of my grandchildren.
I love it. Like, I love it. And the breakfast before there's sometimes we do breakfast, right? Because if our lunch schedules don't align, we'll go to a breakfast, but very few times do we ever take it to a breakfast. But the one before that I missed because I was spending time with my son.
Yeah.
That's life. And that's what we as ministers, we also minister to our own. We don't just minister abroad. We minister to our own as well, and we don't make any apologies for it.
No.
I love it. So purposeful work. You're feeling it, right?
I am.
Something stirring.
I
God
feel
is
like
birthing
something stirring.
I love that.
You know, I just think purpose is doing something that makes a difference in people's lives and in the kingdom.
Yes.
And if it's just self-centered,
Oh,
there's no joy in it.
No.
I have learned that.
No.
So I'm just kind of, I think for right now, my season is my family.
Yes.
My neighbors.
Yes.
But I feel something.
It's beautiful.
Not big, not like a big ministry, but a next season coming on. And I'm excited to see what that is.
Boy, I'm excited to watch because, of course, our friendship's not going anywhere anytime soon. So we'll get to watch it in real time. We'll get to see the birthing of this and the unfolding of this. And I would say, bravo, my friend. I just love it. And we champion you. And, of course, we look to you because at this point, you're setting the bar. You're going into uncharted territory because eventually our days will come closer to just a sunset, but the rebirthing of something big and something new.
Yeah.
Bigger, I guess, because it's always bigger with God. We might think, oh, it's not bigger. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. It's bigger with God because we haven't said no to Him.
Yeah.
And we go from glory to glory to glory, reflecting His glory to people that need to hear who He is. I absolutely love that. So what comes to mind right now with the word purpose or repurposing, intentionality, redemption? What comes to mind, Miss Linda? What do you think of?
Well, I think the word redemption is kind of interesting because I think there's a lot of people, all of us have had things in our life that we need redeeming from.
All of us.
And I think when women especially, a lot of women don't feel like they're worthy to be involved in, whether it's ministry in the church or ministry in the workplace or in their home. But God wants to redeem women from that mentality to know that He's paid the price for wherever they think they've messed up. And He has good things for them.
I love that because that's a great word. I love what you just said. Again, with such a compassionate heart, because we all, and so when you say that or I say that, we all have stories that God has redeemed or characteristics or just attitudes, different things in our lives that God has redeemed from the mouth of senior pastors, wives of senior pastors and pastors ourselves, right? Where we've pastored women. We've pastored the women in the flock of women in our churches. That might be surprising to some individuals listening to us today. Oh, you too? Yeah, us
you
too.
Have a story?
Yes, we have a story. Yes, we were not born just perfect because we're pastors' wives, or God was going to put us into the path of being pastors of women ourselves. No, that we have stories. Yeah. And God redeems our stories, and He has redemption for everybody, and He has ambassadorship of the kingdom for everybody. Yeah. Not everybody might be able to step into the lane of working for a church, but we're still workers for the kingdom. We're in the family business of what I call it, and every one of us will be given a reward of how we showed forth the glory of God on this earth, which is just mind-boggling, Miss Linda.
I know.
Mind-boggling. And so women need to hear about redemption, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you want to transfer to even your, as you did probably to your daughters and to your grandchildren, right? And to your great-grandchildren, that you'll continue as the Lord gives us breath in our lungs. I pray for that, right?
I know.
Because God says with the fear of the Lord comes riches and honor and long life. And that's a promise I hold on to. Yeah. Because at this point, God gives us that, and our eyes are not dim. That we just continue to have purpose in our tomorrows for everything that He's called us to. And He already knows that plan.
He does.
He knows.
And I know because He loves us all. He wants.
Yes.
If there's other women that are searching today for what is that plan, He wants you to have it more than you want it.
Yes.
So just stay before Him.
Yes.
Until you see little nuggets here and there, and then start moving out.
That's so good. So let's pivot, Miss Linda, Pastor Linda, and let's talk about what do we say to the one that feels stagnant today? Have you ever gone through a season where you felt stagnant? Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes.
I mean, different times in my life I have.
Yes.
I think one time that I felt more stagnant was when I had little bitty kids.
Oh, yes.
When I had to be at home more. I had to, and it's tiring. So for all those young moms out there, you hang in there.
Yes.
Because you are doing ministry in your home.
So good.
But I think for me, sometimes I had to fight through that because I thought, am I doing anything but changing diapers and wiping noses and, all the stuff? But I think it comes, I felt that way a little bit in the last couple of years as we have transitioned out of full-time ministry. Sometimes at night, Jackie and I'll ask each other, well, what are you doing tomorrow? Well, I don't know. What are you doing? And it's like life isn't so structured right now.
Look at that.
And he still goes to the office every day.
I love that.
They've kept his office.
I love it. Smart.
It is. And he can mentor the guys there and other young pastors.
Yes, today.
But, we have to keep moving or we will get stagnant.
You would get stagnant. Yes, I love that. So the rhythm is still the rhythm, but it's still not the rhythm.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not a structured rhythm.
It's not a structured rhythm, which brings a little bit of relief because ministry is daunting.
It is.
It takes its toll, and it doesn't take its toll on the minister, the main shepherd. It takes its toll on the entire family unit. The whole entire family unit is put in the crosshairs of the enemy. It just is. And so I would love for you to speak, because at this point in your retired stage now, tell us a little bit about what was it like during those times of valleys and mountaintops that I call them. So what is a minister's wife supposed to do? Because I believe it'll bring hope to our audience and our friends that are listening to our stories. So what do we do when we hit those valleys? We keep climbing, or we just sit there for moving. A while? We keep moving.
Yeah. I think sometimes it's okay to sit.
Yes.
As long as you're... Remember to sit before the Lord and don't sit in your self-pity. Don't sit in, because that's when doubt can come in.
Yes.
And all kinds of things.
Yes.
One of the things I think is so important, and I think our lunch has been one of those things for me. You've got to have community.
You've got to have community.
And what a blessing it is to have. I love our group because we have experienced similar things because of being senior pastors' wives.
Yes.
But whatever realm people are in, find your people.
It's good. Find your tribe. Yes.
And find, it can be 2 or 3 different groups.
Oh, God.
But, I've learned we don't have to have hundreds of friends.
No.
If you have a handful of good friends, what a blessing.
It's brilliant.
But they keep us moving.
Yes.
You girls have kept me moving.
Isn't that amazing?
I remember thinking when we retired, I'm like, are they going to kick me out of the group? But y'all didn't. Y'all just
Oh, absolutely
but we
not.
built that friendship, and it's like I said, it's a gift.
It's a gift.
It really is.
It really is. Yes.
And to know how understanding you all are of me and we are of each other, because we're all at different seasons of life.
Absolutely.
And sometimes life's crazy and sometimes it's not.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. I love that you said all that, because I could have known you from afar, and I would have still had great respect for you. I really would have. Because you can just tell you are a godly soul. You have a godly soul. Your mind, will, and emotions are bent towards the things of God. I venture to say they probably were like that for you as a very young girl. You just have a very just solid foundation. And I'm sure you hear that often. That's who you are. But being able to bring you closer, or have the group established upon proximity of closeness, allowed me to see truly more of who you are in true identity.
Yeah.
In true identity. I love it. And there have been seasons in each of our life where we have stood with each other when we're not at the mountaintop.
Yeah.
We're in the valley.
Yeah.
Whether it be by health, whether it be by just ministry, I almost wanted to use the word chaos, but it's not chaos. But it could be chaos when we get hurt by the sheep, when the sheep start biting us, right?
Okay.
And who do we go talk to? We don't have that opportunity to go talk to the average parishioner, right? Or the average individual that comes to our church, but we can talk to each other because we get each other and we understand each other. And just the different storms that life brings our way, and we get to know that we are praying for each other and we're standing together and we're there as a support. I just love that. And so I think we're modeling to a generation out there that we too are not exempt from needing that community and relationship.
No.
We also need it.
Yeah.
And so we model it for those that do see us at restaurants and they're thinking, Well, that's quite a
You're like, that's
snapshot.
a strange group to
Yes,
get together.
yes. And I love it, Miss Linda. If I can actually even think back, you are networked because almost monthly, I'd almost say at least every other month, someone is saying hello to you in the community because you have done.
I've just lived here a long
Because
time.
you lived here a long time. No, because you have loved a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, you have too.
I know, but you're graceful. You're graceful at it. You just have a very, you're just, again, you just take it on the chin. I might be a little bit more boisterous. I might offend a few more people than you is probably what I'm trying to say.
I doubt that.
I try to be graceful, but I think I come from the position of I lived in the shadows in my younger years, and I was trampled upon in many scenarios and situations, and so I vowed to God that would not happen to me, and so I'm probably a little bit more boisterous than I probably should be. I'm going to find a happy balance soon, okay?
You're just who God made you to be.
You're a doll. God has made me, I think I've lived from a false identity, and I'm living, and maybe with a microphone a little bit higher than I probably need to be. But either way, God is going to continue to do his work in my life. So as we close out today, what would be the parting words to those that, again, do not know that they are called to, their story can be redeemed. They don't know their purpose. And maybe at this point they feel that it's too late. Yeah. That maybe at this point, I love to say that I love ministering to the 18-year-old, to the 88-year-old. But really, I'd love to minister to the 8-year-old if I could, honestly. Yeah. But there's a lot of life in there. So what would you speak to our friends who find themselves in the 2 feet or the 12 feet about purpose, redemption?
Well, I just think, God never changes. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about scriptures that I could share today with some of the ladies. And I thought about Jeremiah, is it 29:11? Mm-hmm. And anyway, I've got it here. I want to read it.
What a beautiful Bible.
It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope."
Yes.
And I just say, don't ever lose hope.
Don't ever lose hope.
Because God, that scripture says he has a future. So that says he is never done.
Yes.
And so always be looking for that next person that you can minister to. And it may just be someone in the line at the grocery store. It may be your next door neighbor who's sick. Mm-hmm. It may be your grandchild or your children or your husband. But just don't ever lose hope,
Yes.
And no, God is always moving.
Yes.
And I want to keep moving with him.
That is so powerful. Yeah. So, again, you're sending out a challenge. I hear a challenge going out. You're sending out a challenge to those individuals that may be stuck, maybe stagnant, maybe doubting, maybe fearful. That you're saying, no, there's more.
There's more.
There's more.
Yeah.
And we're made for more, which is our conference theme for this year. We are this in the fall. We've already had one this year. Made for more. Yep. Made for more. And no matter the season that you're in, no matter what's been done to you, no matter what you've done, God has more. He already saw the snapshot of your life.
Yeah.
In eternity. And he gave grace for you.
Yeah.
The batch of mercy is made every single day for you. So if you used yesterday's, great. If you didn't use it, it's turned to manna. The dependency of God to surrender today is well and able today. So he makes that batch of mercy for you. And it's up to us to become those self-feeders of say, you know what? I have your mercy. I have your grace. I'm going to say no to the lies, no to the guilt, and no to the fear. And I'm going to step into something that's greater than me.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't even know when. But God, I'm going to go ahead and trust you.
Yeah.
And that word trust. So how do you get from here to there, Miss Linda? Did you know that you were going to be a minister when you were in first grade?
No.
No.
I didn't know we were going to be in ministry when we got married.
I didn't know that.
I married a football coach.
I did not know that.
And he coached 1 year, and the Lord called him into the ministry.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And he called you both of you into ministry because it's not just him.
It took me a little while.
Oh, I bet.
Okay.
That is amazing. I did not know that. And look what's become of it.
God surprises us sometimes.
Yes.
But he also prepares us.
That's it.
And one of the things I would say, somebody said this the other night, that somebody praying for them said, God uses everything.
Everything.
So even the things in your past that maybe you think they're not so great,
you got it.
God can use it.
Yes. Yes.
And he uses your talents. He uses your failures. He uses your giftings. He uses
Great thought.
everything.
Great thought.
And
Yes, because he already sees the end from the beginning.
he does.
And when you're in the middle of the, again, grasping at straws in this world system, like I was doing, I'm not sure, I don't think that was your story at all. It isn't. It is only my story. Two different individuals end up in ministry, and I taste the world, and I'm at the buffet of the world. Miss Linda's not tasting any of the buffet of the world because she doesn't need that. And God still says grace to Gloria, like I read in Hosea this morning, and grace to Linda.
Mm-hmm.
Because he is so godly, he is so God, he is so pure that neither of us could come in his presence without the blood of the Lamb.
No, never.
Her goodness would not even be able to bring her there, nor mine, or could my failures of sinning keep me from his, because his grace is for everyone. I just love that.
And you said a while ago something about his mercy. Yes. I was reading, I read it this morning in Lamentations where it says, his mercies are new every morning. So even if yesterday you messed up, look for the new mercies
so
today.
Good. That is so good.
Yeah.
That is so good.
Because we all need it, don't we?
Yes, we all need it. And so that's what we want our guests to and our friends out there to hear. We all need it.
Yeah.
We all need it. God already has plans for where we need rescue tomorrow. We don't even know it.
Yeah.
He knows it. And so we rely on him. So today has been amazing. So any parting words to from literally the heart of a woman of beauty and wisdom from the inside out?
I would just say keep loving God because he truly can change us every day. Mm-hmm. And it's so easy at different times of life to get busy and not spend time with him.
Oh, yeah, no.
But we've got to keep on keeping on. Even when you don't feel like it some days,
do it.
Spend time with him.
Yes.
And build community. I would say that's I just think that's so powerful, especially for women. Women can feel so lonely and isolated.
Yes.
So find a way to build community is what I would say.
I love that because we were made. It's in our DNA.
It is.
We will not be complete unless we are in community.
Yeah.
And I know at your church you have many, many outlets for women to find a place to belong. And here at this church as well. So there are places, okay? We got to just put the fear behind us or the lies that the enemy brings us and step into a life group, into a church service, into opening a Bible and saying, God, I'm going to just start reading this, even though it's Greek. And that was my story, Miss Linda, Pastor Linda, that I did open the Bible. And I just said, at this point, I'm a pleaser. And I by nature, I know it. I'm bent to please and to a fault. And I know I'm going to stand before you one day. So I'm going to tell you, I tried to read the Bible. That was those were my words to God. I'll try, but I'm dumb and I won't be able to do that. But I will get before you and I will tell you I did it because I wanted to please you. I had no idea what awaited me there and how God would give me revelation knowledge that would take me from a nobody to a somebody who wants to be a world changer, because that's in our DNA and for every single one of us. Because we are world changers with the Spirit of the living God dwelling within us, and that we step forth into the plan in the path that he has for us. And greatness is in our future. Yeah. Greatness is in every one of our future because that God has planned that for us. That doesn't mean it's going to be minus of or absent of hardship. Greatness does not equate to, that we're not going to have hardship. Yeah. And so we always scale back when we come against that hardship. And we say we must be out of the will of God. No, you probably could be in the will of God, more than likely. Yeah. And so today as we wrap, we want to put that challenge out to our friends to do something more different and realize that they're made for more. Yeah. They're made for more. Even you're realizing in your season of life, you're made for more. Yeah. Here's I'm about to be 62 in another month, and you would think, okay, I'm ready, 65, and I'm going into the sunset. No, I'm not. I want to go into the stratosphere, and I want to go reach a generation, like a mom and a grandma, and I want to go give hope to a generation because I remember what it was like to go. Is it door A, B? See, 1, 2, 3, which one is it? Yeah. And I picked the wrong door. And if I could help anybody not pick that wrong door, that's what we're all about, aren't we?
Good. Yes. That's a great example.
So today we wrap, and I say thank you. And thank you for being my friend. Me. Most importantly, thank you for being my friend, because you really are. Yes, I love being your friend. And you have totally and completely and with the full abandon. Your story has given him glory, my friend. And I've watched it for the last 22 years. I wish we had just notated in our calendars a date.
I know.
But it's been a long time. And life goes by really fast. That's what we can
does.
also say today, right? To those, you
So
might think
fast.
tomorrow, I'll do it tomorrow. No, start it today. Because life goes by. Who'd have ever known that we would be on a podcast
I know.
in 20 years later and say, we're talking about how we established a relationship. But we didn't know each other. We were strangers to each other.
Yeah.
And we became friends.
I remember when you first came to Lubbock.
Yes, do you remember that? Yes,
I do.
just gosh, it is just how time flies.
I know.
Yes, so we'll get to spend eternity thinking about the things that we did on this earth and how we were handed the baton of glory, and not glory for our sake. God gives us a call, a mission, a mandate to bring Him glory, and we get to embrace that so we can give it back to Him in a crown. He gives us the baton,
right.
we give Him the crown, and we go after, and we see the end from the beginning, because, my friends, it'll happen before we know it. Yes, our challenge
So
today.
true.
Yes. Okay, so thank you for being
Thank
on the
you.
set today. Thank you for
Love
being my
being
friend.
here.
Yes. And so that's it, my friends. You just heard an amazing story of how a local pastor, has given God glory for a long time. And she's looking for the next right thing that God's stirring in her heart. So we will see you all next week with our new guest, and continue to step into what God has for you.